This is our barn, and over here is our compost pile. And let's go see if we can visit Brad. We'll let you know a little bit more about what we've got going on. I'll do a little panoramic. There's the compost pile. There's our greenhouse. Baby chicks here. Hi, Brad.
Hey, everybody.
Tell us a little bit about what you've got going on.
Well, this is our corral for our goats and our sheep. The goats actually sleep in this building right over here that's next to the corral. And so that's set up so that we can feed them in there and milk them in there. And right now we have two mommy goats and...
Sorry, our rooster is talking loudly. Tell us again.
Right now we have two mommy goats and 3 babies, 2 of which are female. And so this time next year we'll end up with, we'll have 4 females that will be milking. 13 sheep. And these are what are called hair sheep. In other words, as you can see, they're not all fluffy with wool. Some of them have a little bit of wool on them, but for the most part they have hair like a goat. And so they don't need to be sheared, and also their tails don't. So that's our sheep, and then they basically use this pasture behind us here. We'll be intensively grazing them in that pasture. And we're getting that pasture ready for right now for them to graze in. So that's our sheep and our goats.
All right, we've got Brad working with compost, and he's got the chorus in the background encouraging him on his way.
The cornerstone of Finca Loma de Luz is African oil palm. We have about 2,000 African oil palm trees spread across about 40 acres, and this is going to make up the main crop for us. These trees, this tree right here is about 2.5 years old, and as you can see, it's already beginning to produce its first palm fruit. So this is what African oil palm looks like. This is what the fruit looks like. The tree has both male and female flowers and produces these balls of fruit. As this tree gets older and its trunk gets bigger, these balls of fruit will become 3 to 5 times bigger than this original ball of fruit right here. And it'll weigh pretty close to 50 pounds. Okay, so I'd like to tell you a little bit about our chickens. The chickens start here in the barn. They spend their first 2 weeks in this brooder right here, and you can see there's lamps to keep them warm. There's right now just under 100 chicks in there. And they've been in there for 2 weeks as of tomorrow. So these birds right here are exactly 2 weeks old. And this is where they spend their first 2 weeks of life. Now we'll go walk over and see where they spend their next 4 weeks of life. Okay, so we've seen where the brooders are and where the chickens spend their first 2 weeks. After they're done being in the brooders, then they transfer into these chicken tractors that are covered with this, basically this rain protector, heat protector here. And so for the next 4 weeks, these chickens are inside these chicken tractors. There's about 40 in each chicken tractor. They have about 2 square feet apiece. And this particular breed grows to be about 3 pounds dressed out in about 6 weeks. So these birds right here are 4 weeks old. They have 2 weeks to go. And basically we move them every day to a new spot where they can graze the grass, although they don't graze much of the grass. So we feed them with commercial feed, and then they move. If you can see, basically if you look down, they're going to move down this row right here between these palms. And as they move along, they're going to be fertilizing, they're going to be helping keep the grass mowed, and because they're going to be following behind the goats, they'll be helping control the parasites that affect our goats. And so there's a whole lot of things working together in this process of chickens. So 4 weeks they'll spend in here, and then again they'll move over to where we butcher them right there, and be food for the children's center, for the hospital, and for our local community. Okay, today for the first time we're using the chicken processing station. Thanks to the good folks at New Hope Church that provided the funds to build it, and also came down with the team and built the septic tank that is part of it, which is underneath the deck of this house. Put the roof up, poured the columns for the roof, did just a whole ton of work on a very hot week, and so we're grateful for them. And now we're finally getting to use it to process chickens just a couple weeks later. Here we have the cone that we kill the chickens with, and that holds them still. And then over here is where we scald them so that we can get the feathers out. And then, as you can see, right now we're desplumar is the Spanish word for cutting the for pulling the feathers out. And here we are cleaning them. Everything is stainless and concrete so that we can easily keep it nice and sanitary. And today these two gals are going to do about 40-45 chickens, somewhere in that neighborhood. So that is the setup, and we're very, very pleased with it.